Euphoria 3 has only been announced and it's already sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry, with Barbie Ferreira not holding anything back this time. Ferreira was a huge character in Euphoria Season 1, but her sudden exit from the show has left the fans in shock. People fell in love with Kat, played by Ferreira, mainly because of her self-love journey and how she went from hating her body to owning it. It was a very powerful narrative for her character, but guess what? It went straight down the drain from this point forward. Sam Levinson, the creator of Euphoria, actually wanted Kat's character to struggle with food, but Ferreira thought it was a huge stereotype for plus-size people to have an eating struggle. They ended up disagreeing a lot on things related to Kat, and according to sources, things got really ugly, to a point where Barbie Ferreira didn't even attend the premiere of Euphoria 2. This tension between her and the show's creator resulted in her having a far smaller role and very basic storyline in the second season. The fans weren't very happy about it, as Kat was one of those characters that we rarely see on screen. Although Ferreira denied being in any spat with Sam, saying, "I kind of got sucked into this drama that I never asked to be in, and that I've never talked about. Don't believe everything you read." Although some inside sources were narrating a different side to the story, with Sam and Ferreira constantly arguing about how they want Kat to move forward in her life. But as we saw, her character in Season 2 was reduced to having boy issues, and the whole empowerment narrative kind of went up in the air. Fast forward, Ferreira announced that she won't be returning for a third season and confessed that she loved her character dearly. This story on her Instagram pretty much confirmed that things weren't really smooth between her and Sam Levinson. She admitted that her character didn't have a lot to do in Season 2, and stretching it towards a third season would have been really unfair to Kat. Ferreira revealed, "I think there were places she could have gone. I just don't think it would have fit into the show." This statement clearly means that Barbie had a whole storyline in mind for Kat, but Sam allegedly thought it wouldn't fit into the whole plot of the show. Barbie Ferreira went on to say that she felt like the show didn't need her anymore, and that she overstayed her welcome. She also revealed, "Sam writes for things that he relates to. I don't think he relates to Kat. I like Kat, so I get to go on my own path." It was really hard for her to leave the show initially because she was constantly thinking that she did something wrong and that she was a loser and a flop. But over time, she realized that it was the right thing to do. Another reason why Barbie left the show was that she didn't want to be just the quote-unquote fat best friend. It was really exhausting to see such a strong character morph into a stereotype, and she didn't want to see that happening for one more season. Although Barbie still keeps defending Sam Levinson, he's known to be a little pushy when it comes to the characters in the show. And this isn't the first controversy that he got sucked into, as many actors before Barbie have talked about how they had to be in uncomfortable situations only because Sam wanted it. This isn't just creepy but downright disturbing, because Sam Levinson is the authority figure on the set, and making the stars do things that they're not comfortable with is quite problematic. For instance, the character of Cassie, played by Sydney Sweeney, instantly became a huge hit, but she also got a lot of backlash for excessively passionate scenes. What most people don't know is that Sam had a lot of topless scenes in store for Sydney. She revealed, "There are moments when Cassie was supposed to be shirtless, and I would tell Sam, I don't really think that's necessary here." Although she also said that Sam didn't force her to do the scenes that she didn't want to film, it still raised a lot of eyebrows. Fans wondered why Sam Levinson included so many racy scenes in the first place. Sydney also said that Sam wanted to continue his same old ways in Season 2 as well, but she wasn't very comfortable with it, so they reduced the objectionable scenes in Euphoria 2. Besides all this, the details of what went down behind the scenes of Euphoria only keeps getting creepier. After Sydney, another star, Chloe Cherry, came forward, revealing that she didn't have the best time while shooting Euphoria either. She revealed that it was the first ever scene that she was shooting on the show, and Sam wanted her to wear nothing. It was so uncomfortable for her and her co-star Tyler Chase because they didn't even know each other before this. So Tyler spoke up for her, as he was very uncomfortable and didn't want to shoot the vent scene, and they ended up making improvisations. Sam changed it by drenching Chloe's body in blood for this scene, which obviously was very digestible in comparison to what he had in mind before. Chloe also revealed that if she had worked on the show for a couple of days and Sam would have asked her for this scene, she probably would have said yes. But to someone who's already nervous about their first day on set, even the thought of shooting one such scene will send chills down the spine. If this wasn't enough proof of how creepy the behind the scenes of Euphoria actually is, Martha Kelly also came forward and talked about how there was a scene where she was undressing Rue, and the creator wanted to shoot it from a very zoomed in angle. It almost looked perverted, and she didn't want to portray herself like that on TV. So she asked the director to tone it down a bit, and they had to change the angles and shot the scene from a distance so it was out of focus and doesn't look so creepy. If you think that the long list of Sam pushing people in uncomfortable situations has ended, you might be mistaken. He also did the same with Minka Kelly, who was a guest star on the show, and guess what? It was her first day on the shoot. Sam wanted Maddie to undress Minka's character, and she was supposed to just stand there without any clothes on. But she was dreading this scene so much that Sam had to cut it out of the script, as she couldn't do it at all. But all of these stars that have spoken up against objectionable scenes also say that Sam has his own creative process, and he writes graphic content because he relates to it. Even Sam himself had a substance problem in his teen years, so he wrote the character of Rue with all of his heart and soul. And if you pay attention, you won't find a lot of graphic scenes of Zendaya playing Rue, but in comparison, Sydney's character basically gets topless at any opportunity she finds. The problem is that these characters are written this way by Sam Levinson, and he doesn't really understand diversity very well, and tries to compensate for it by sprinkling a lot of problematic and revealing scenes. Moreover, the creator also came under the radar of fans on Twitter when he pushed McKay, played by Algie Smith, under the rug. He had an important role in the first season, but his character was so full of stereotypes that it was hard to watch. It started off well with McKay, getting some attention from the creator. However, the second season completely ignored him. Euphoria 2 didn't even address the trauma that McKay went through after being violated, and they kind of left his storyline hanging somewhere in the middle. It's the reason why fans think that Sam Levinson is way behind when it comes to including diverse characters in his shows. Besides, the problematic creator had recently made the headlines yet again with the arrival of his new show on HBO. The Idol is the newest creation of Sam Levinson, and it's surrounded with controversies since day one. For starters, Amy Seimetz left the direction of the show after completing more than half of the first season. Then Sam Levinson took charge and he changed the whole show. He made edits in the script and reshot most of the scenes in this multi-million-dollar project. According to the report, Sam has added so many horrible scenes in the show that it has become borderline disturbing to watch. Not only this, but Sam Levinson also made a big deal out of Jennie from Blackpink being on the show. This brought overnight fame for the show, as Jennie is a huge K-pop star, and this was gonna be her debut show. But as it turns out, Sam was overselling Jennie's character and using it as bait for promotions. While in reality, Jennie only had 2 to 3 lines in each episode, and she was just there as eye candy. Besides, people think that Sam is trying to recreate what he did with Euphoria, and that his new show is in very bad taste. Storyline of the new show is also facing a lot of criticism because a woman is constantly violated and treated wrong in The Idol, and she still continues coming back to the cult leader despite everything he does to her. She keeps seeing him only because she makes better music when the cult leader is with her. Fans think that the message Sam is trying to send with this storyline is too twisted and could confuse the survivors of such situations. So Sam makes really great shows, but his creative process isn't ideal, and fans think that Barbie Ferreira might have made the right decision by leaving the show, as the screen time of her character would have been reduced to nothing in the third season if she stayed. She still doesn't disrespect Sam in any way, but his track record, he surely isn't an easy guy to work with, and Barbie found it easier to just walk away than to stick around. Do you think The Idol is going to be Euphoria 2.0? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching.